Brought to you by Xander Insurance. Identity theft protection isn't a luxury in today's world. It's a necessity. Get yours at Xander.com.
Yeah, I'm calling to see. My father passed away last July, and when I was backpacking about 15 years ago, we created a power of attorney to kind of protect me when I was traveling, as I had one experience where all my stuff got stolen. What I didn't know was that over the last 15 years, he had taken out about $520,000 worth of high-interest mortgages.
In your name?
And in my name.
Wow.
That feels like fraud to me.
Yeah, so, I'm just kind of, at first, it was one of those things where I just didn't know if I should go to the courts for that because I was defensive and protecting my father. Mm-hmm. But since now it's been almost a year and it's not really been cleaned up at all, and I'm kind of not sure what to do financially.
Oh, gosh. So have you have reported it or not yet?
I haven't.
Okay.
No.
I think that's the first step, right? Is you can see this thing on your credit report. So kind of saying this wasn't me. This was my dad. And yeah, the fact he's no longer with us. What are those next steps?
Yeah. Sorry. When I speak to one lawyer at the beginning, and he said because I had a power of attorney that my dad was legally able to do this on my behalf. That's kind of all the legal advice I've been given.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did sign it, but in 2011, I believe. So yeah, I'm kind of just not sure where to go now with that debt
Well,
load.
the good news is this is secured debt. So there's properties attached to this that you could sell?
They all have mortgages on them, yes. But unfortunately, all the evaluations are inflated. So the mortgages are actually worth more than the property.
So you're underwater on each of these properties?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
How is that possible? How did the mortgage companies let this happen?
Private lenders.
So was this some like sketchy back-end deals that he used this money for something nefarious? I'm confused.
These days, it's not if your identity gets stolen, it's when. So you need ID theft protection from Xander. They monitor your personal info proactively and alert you of any suspicious activity, including home title fraud. Then Xander takes care of everything, including up to $2 million of stolen funds protection and white glove service to help you get your life back. Plus, kids are covered for free on their family plan. Call 800-356-4282 or go to Xander.com.
So was this some like sketchy back-end deals that he used this money for something nefarious? I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure. It looks like there might have been a big master plan, but unfortunately he passed before he could fix it. So I do believe there was a plan, but I'm not sure exactly what that was. But he had mortgages on properties to rebuild a home to, I believe, sell his current home to clear all the debt, but he never made it there.
Goodness gracious.
What happened to did he have any assets when he passed?
He had his personal house. Unfortunately, it did flood. And then I wasn't able, because I have siblings, so legally I wasn't able to sell his personal house to pay off my personal debt, which wasn't my debt, but it was his debt. But legally, it wasn't in his name.
Wow. So these mortgage companies are coming to you saying pay up or sell.
Yeah, these are all private lenders that actually invested their RRSP. So it doesn't actually show up on my credit at the moment, but they basically took collateral.
Wow.
Have you pulled your credit report to see if any other debts were taken out in your name or accounts?
I have, and nothing shows up.
Just these private lender mortgages, which I assume have terrible terms.
Gotta be.
30% interest.
Oh, holy moly. Holy smokes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Well,
wow. How upside down? That's the real question. How upside down are you on
hundreds
these?
of thousands? Give us an example of one of the properties. What's it worth, and what is
for instance, one of them is valued at $75,000, and there's a $180,000 mortgage on it.
My word.
Yeah, that feels illegal to even issue a mortgage at that point.
Yeah.
If I was in your shoes, obviously you need to work with an attorney. We're just two people on a show, but here's what I at least would do if I was in your shoes. I would let the mortgage lenders know in writing that, number one, these loans were made without your consent, and it was based on an abuse of the power of attorney authority, and that you want to dispute the validity of the debt. And then you can ask for, give me copies of the loan application, the signature pages, the notarized power of attorney that was used. I would make them give you everything they have.
Yeah, I have all that. My signature was, it was signed on my behalf. And like I said before, they just used my power of attorney and said it was all legal.
And have you reported this, like done a police report?
I haven't done a police report yet, no.
Well, was the power of attorney, and I'm not a lawyer here, so I'm just asking, was the power of attorney, that was granted in case you were unable to make financial decisions, right? Not in every case.
Yeah, if my stuff got stolen while I was in New Zealand.
Exactly.
And it was kind of hard. Yeah, exactly.
So,
but I guess there was some clauses in there that maybe were put down that I didn't really fully understand at the time.
Like what?
Well, just making, there was actually the loan clause and other things like that. So I kind of...
Here's the thing, and I hate this for you, and I don't know, I'm just going based off of what you're saying. Unfortunately, it does sound like there was language in this that puts you on the hook for it. And because of that, because it's a legal document, you might have trouble getting out of this. And I hate that for you. Let's pretend, for the sake of the last few minutes of this call, let's pretend you can't get out of it. Let's pretend... lawfully, you're on the hook for it. Tell us about your financial situation, and let's see if we can walk you through a way out of this.
Yeah, okay. So I actually I just went through flight school. So actually, personally, in the last 2 years, took out a $90,000 student loan, which I just finished my training all last week.
Okay.
That loan I took out, I make maybe $40K a year part-time because I was in school. So yeah,
What'll you make now that you've got your license?
Yes. Oh, I haven't. I just graduated last week, so I haven't actually got a job yet.
Okay. When do you see that happening? And when that does happen, what will you be earning?
I would say hopefully in the next few months and maybe up to 60 to 100K, depending.
So we've got this, there's a possibility to make $100,000. So you've got the $90,000 of student loans. Have you totaled up all the debt? If you were to sell the properties, what would be the upside down amount for all these properties combined? From your dad?
Yeah, I would probably still owe about $250 to $300.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and your student loans is the only debt you have. No car loans, no credit cards, nothing like that.
No, I have no credit card debt or
blessing.
cars. It's all been paid off.
Okay, and it's just you, no kids, significant other.
Kids, no.
Okay. So, man, I hate this for you. I mean, I just hate it. But at the same time, if you end up on the hook for this, we want to make sure that you have a plan to get out of it. And do you own your own house?
No, I actually just rent at the moment. Me and my husband were actually hoping to buy last year, but we got kind of stuck in this.
Okay. And where's your mom?
So I live about 5,000 kilometers on the opposite side of the country, and they're not together, my parents.
Got it. Okay. So it's not like you can call her up and say, hey, look what your husband did. Okay. Oh boy, unfortunately, I hate to tell you, Amanda, you might have to walk the baby steps on this one. And It's a clear path. It's worked for me. If it makes you feel any better, I paid off $460,000 of debt, and it was terrible, but at least it was debt that I racked up. So for you're going to have a bitter taste in your mouth if you have to do this. Yeah. But the good news is you can do it.
I hope you can work with your attorney to work this out. Even if they foreclose on it and they waive your deficiency, that at least might get you out with all of this damage and years of cleaning the mess up. That's a best case scenario. Worst case, it's going to be years of hard work. So sorry you're going through this.
Wow.
The best ID theft protection is from Xandr. They not only monitor, they help you get your life back. Go to Xandr.com to learn more.